Good morning, my friends. Mike Johnson back again with a message on minding your own business, and specifically some things that we need to know. You know, there's an old line I used to use when people started poking their noses into things that weren't any concern of theirs, and it went like this. Did you know that drinking milk is good for your teeth? And they would say, oh yeah. And then I would say, do you know what else is good for your teeth? And they'd say, no, what? And I would say, minding your own business. It's true. It's pretty important to take care of our own business every day and do our best to stay out of everyone else's. Today I want to give you 3 things that we need to know in order to stay out of someone's business other than our own. Number 1, people who love to be up all in someone else's business are generally miserable people who are internally unhappy with their own life and their own mistakes, and tend to try to make themselves feel better by finding fault in another person's present situation. Do you know anyone like that? Of course you do. Now, I believe that offering an insight that you learn from your mistakes that could help another person is different from the person who wants to be critical and judgmental about their situation. There's a huge difference between helping someone get through their indiscretions and chastening them for it. Hey, this actually goes back to what I talked about on Saturday in thinking about great times to keep your mouth shut. If any situation doesn't involve you, instead of getting in the middle or putting your 2 cents in, you probably should mind your own business. If a situation concerns you or you have experienced something in a similar nature and you can help, then it's time to stand up and to talk. Number 2, very rarely will sticking your nose into someone else's business have an effect, positive or negative, on our own lives. Far too often we simply overhear someone talking about some event in their life and we feel like we have to give them our input on the matter. Well, first, in this case, they didn't ask for our opinion, so again, a perfect time to keep our mouths shut. The other thing that we rarely consider is whether the information that we are about to extol will actually help them. I've seen more often than not someone feeling obliged to share their opinion, and it makes the circumstances worse. I was caught once in the middle of a family feud after a terrible accident, and the 2 mouthpieces for each family pinned me in a corner and asked me which of them was right. I should have kept my mouth shut. But instead I said, "You're both wrong." Wow. Everyone hated me after that. It was what they needed to hear. But did they need to hear it from me? No, they didn't. Even if what you have to say is right, you still may not be heard. Number 3, when we worry too much about other people and what they think of us and their business, we do ourselves a disservice. Minding our own business is often thought of as a concept of keeping your opinions to yourself. But I urge you to think of the impact that your thoughts have on you. In the scenario that I described above, before, I spent hours going back through what I said or what I could have said to have made things better. And in the long run, I made things worse for me. I could have just as easily told them that based on the circumstances that it was not my place to make that call. When you can keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself and mind your own business, you're able to love others more. Loving others can only bring positivity and love to your own life. People will begin to trust you more, and your communication will improve across all your relationships if you learn to stay in your own lane. Keeping your opinions and judgments to yourself will build those relationships up. Now, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been of value and that we've all grown as a result of this information. I hope you'll share it with your friends and family. I hope you have a magnificent Monday. I'll see you back here tomorrow. I love y'all. Mike out.